Good morning and welcome in on this Wednesday. Dan Hardenbrook glad to have you along as we take a look at your latest local news you can't find anywhere else. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today is brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. PAS Superintendent Stacy Price has announced her retirement. Deer harvest numbers are in from the Department of Natural Resources. The Curtis Fish Coop is hosting an auction coming up. Goodfellows donation boxes are now out in the community. And let's eat turkey dinner together, the free community fellowship meal. That plus the story on a new book set right here in Newberry. All that and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news this morning, two of Newberry's local car dealerships are going head-to-head to help spread some holiday cheer. Newberry Motors and Chuck Renzi Ford in Newberry are both participating in this year's Stuff the Blue Goose campaign. The Stuff the Blue Goose campaign is hosted by the Michigan State Police, where they partner with local area businesses and communities around the state to help collect holiday items for families in need. Newberry Motors and Chuck Renzi Ford both have a Michigan State Police Blue Goose SUV in their showrooms. They'll be available through Wednesday, November 27th. Can stop in and drop off toys and other items to help kids in our family might not get gifts during the holiday season. The local dealership that collects the most donations will win a plaque, but the real winner are those in need in our community. Stuff the Blue Goose at one of your local car dealerships. Stop by the Newberry Motors showroom or Chuck Renzi Ford. Make your donation today. The Department of Natural Resources has announced deer harvest numbers for the opening weekend of the firearms deer season. Things look a little bit light in Lewis County, with only 134 antlered deer reported and 4 antlerless. Department of Natural Resources says the harvest report summary is updated almost minutely as hunters report their kills. As of 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon, the highest deer kill region in the Upper Peninsula was Marquette with 902 antler deer taken and 57 antlerless. In the Eastern UP, along with Lewis County's numbers, Mackinac looked strong with 369 reported antlered killings, 44 antlerless. Alger County had 234 and 38. Chippewa County led the Eastern UP with 581 reported antlered deer and 94 antlerless. Get a full list of the numbers by going to the Department of Natural Resources website or by checking out today's edition of the Newberry News. The Newberry area Goodfellows are seeking the community's help and once again creating holiday magic in our community. Goodfellows now has donation boxes out in the community. Their goal is to leave no child or senior without a Christmas. Consider donating by dropping off unwrapped gifts for children in one of the donation boxes around town. If you'd like to donate cash, you can find Goodfellows cash cans at several local businesses as well. Goodfellows donation box locations in Newberry include Rahali's IGA, Max Market, the Family Dollar and Dollar General stores, Snyder's, and the Dollar General in Curtis. The Erickson Center for the Arts has announced details for their biggest holiday event. It'll be the 19th annual Holiday Gala, Deck the Walls at the Erickson Center for the Arts. That'll come up Saturday, November 30th from 5 until 8 p.m. The night features a silent auction, raffles, mystery gifts, hors d'oeuvres, and a cash bar. Tickets are $20 per person in advance. You can get those from 9northtickets.com or at the Erickson Center office. You can also call Kelly Chamberlain for more information at 906-291-0823 or the Erickson Center at 906-586-9974. Tickets will be available at the door for $25 per person, and all proceeds will benefit programs at the Erickson Center for the Arts in Curtis. The annual Christmas in Paradise Holiday Bazaar will be returning once again this year. A day full of wonderful shopping and events will take place Saturday, November 30th. The event will run from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Whitefish Township Community Center in Paradise. There'll be a craft show and gifts, a luncheon, vendor raffles, and a chance for families to visit with Santa from 11 until 1. For more information, contact Sharon Whitman at 906-630-5602. The event is being sponsored and hosted by the Paradise Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your local news today brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. The newest edition of your award-winning Newberry News is available now. Time now to check in with sports this morning. A pair of Newberry football players have been named to the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association's 2024 All-Region teams. Senior offensive lineman Ethan Pavey and senior running back Matthew Rahali recognized by the state's coaches as two of the top players in their region. Both were selected in the 8-player Division I regional all-star voting conducted by coaches last week. Pavey is a 4-year varsity starter for the Indians who blocked for 3 different 1,000-yard running backs, helped the Indians set records for total yards and points in past seasons. Rahali was an all-around standout during a 4-year varsity career. The former 8-player Mr. Football for the Upper Peninsula was named to the all-region team as running back after totaling nearly 1,000 yards, had 12 touchdowns on the ground this season. You can read more about those player selections in today's edition of the Newberry News. Central Michigan edges out Western in the battle for the Victory Cannon, one of the state's biggest football rivalries. Sees the Chippewas claim bragging rights over the Broncos this year. Big win for Central Michigan. They're 4-1. They got a late score to help take the lead in that contest. Western Michigan falls to 5-6, 4-3 in conference play. Game saw a sellout crowd fill Kelly Short Stadium in Mount Pleasant. Your latest local weather forecast. The rain continues today. Mostly cloudy skies, a high in the mid-40s. Calm winds becoming northwest, 5 miles per hour. Thursday, showers, highs in the mid-40s. Northeast winds, 5 to 15. Could gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Friday, you guessed it, more showers, a high in the mid-40s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.